Just in, massive development on Rodrygo's future. Sources say Tottenham have just taken a giant step forward. Wait until you hear this update. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Reports surrounding Rodrygo's future have erupted once again, and this time the noise is coming from inside English football itself. Everton director Keith Wyness, speaking to CaughtOffside, has dropped what many in the game are calling the clearest indication yet. Rodrygo is heading to Tottenham. Wyness claims he has been hearing serious talk of a January switch, backing up weeks of whispers linking the Brazilian international with a Premier League move. According to him, Spurs are not simply monitoring the situation, they are positioning themselves at the front of the queue, preparing for a decisive push the moment the winter window opens. Liverpool's name has been tossed into the conversation as well, with suggestions of an audacious swap involving Florian Wirtz. But even Wyness brushed that off as fanciful. Tottenham, he hinted, are the club actually making moves behind the scenes. Rodrygo's situation in Madrid has become impossible to ignore. Once hailed as one of the most electrifying wide players in European football, the 2025/26 campaign has been a frustrating step backwards. He has delivered bright moments for Brazil and looked dangerous in early Champions League matches, but his domestic form has simply not caught fire. 0 league goals, limited starts under Xabi Alonso, and just 1 assist in 13 club appearances have fueled questions about his role, his confidence, and his long-term place at the Bernabeu. There is a growing sense that Rodrygo feels boxed in by Madrid's depth and the constant competition for forward spots. Reports from Spain have suggested simmering frustration, even talk of an internal ultimatum for more minutes. Whether or not those claims hold water, there is no denying the trajectory. A January exit is now firmly on the table. Real Madrid, for their part, are holding their line. They want £70 million. No discounts, no favours, no complicated swap deals. And this is where Tottenham's stance becomes seismic. Sources around the club insist that Spurs are prepared to meet the figure. They view Rodrygo not as a gamble, but as a marquee addition, a player with proven Champions League pedigree who can lift the attacking unit immediately. After years of mixed recruitment results and too many signings built on hype rather than certainty, the message from the ownership is clear. Tottenham must target players of elite caliber who deliver from day one. Rodrygo fits that mandate. If Wyness's claims are accurate, Spurs believe they can close this deal. The Brazilian wants minutes, Tottenham want firepower, and Madrid want the money. All paths for the first time appear to be aligned. And if this move materialises in January, the Premier League may witness one of the most dramatic mid-season arrivals in recent years. Spurs have turned their attention to one of League One's fastest rising attackers, and the noise around it is getting louder by the day. Magnus Akliouche, Monaco's electrifying forward, has suddenly climbed to the top of Spurs' long-term recruitment agenda, and the club's scouts have been out in force to make sure they don't miss their chance. According to fresh reports from Team Talk, Tottenham sent representatives to monitor the 23-year-old during international duty this week. Akliouche was in action against Ukraine, and Spurs officials were reportedly in the stands, assessing every touch, every burst of pace, every moment he drifted into dangerous spaces. Those who watched him closely came away convinced he is a player ready to explode. Tottenham's interest is not casual. Inside the club, Akliouche is now being viewed as a key target for 2026, with senior figures describing him as a potential long-term pillar of the attack. The feeling in North London is that his ceiling is far higher than many in England realise, and his rapid growth in France is only a glimpse of what he could become with the right platform. And Tottenham believe they can provide that platform. The current squad is crying out for more dynamism in the final third. Spurs want pace, they want flair, and they want a player capable of breaking rigid Premier League defences with one sharp movement. Akliouche ticks all of those boxes. His performances in League One and the Champions League have turned heads across Europe, showcasing not only raw technical talent, but the confidence to dominate games at high tempo. Crucially, he fits the profile Tottenham have been chasing: young, fearless, adaptable, and capable of developing into a headline star. Those close to the player say he is eager for a step up, keen to test himself in a league where every week brings a new tactical battle. A move to the Premier League would accelerate his development and push him into a new competitive environment where his creativity could flourish. Akliouche is already admired by multiple European clubs, but Tottenham are positioning themselves early. They don't want another rising talent slipping away because they acted too late. With uncertainty surrounding several attacking options for the future, Spurs are planning proactively building a front line that can deliver more consistent end product and more unpredictability. For Akliouche, the timing feels right. For Tottenham, the opportunity feels too good to ignore. And for rivals watching closely, this is a transfer pursuit that could define the next phase of Spurs' attacking rebuild. Tottenham's long-running chase for Takefusa Kubo has sparked back into life, and sources across Europe are once again placing Spurs firmly in the conversation for one of La Liga's most technically gifted attackers. The Japanese star has been a standout performer for Real Sociedad, and his rise has not gone unnoticed in North London. At just 24, Kubo has already built a reputation as one of the most unpredictable forwards in Spain. Quick feet, explosive changes of direction, and the intelligence to drift into pockets that defenders hate tracking. Premier League clubs have been circling for years, but this time the noise feels different. Spurs are in desperate need of sharper decision-making and stronger end product in the final third, and Kubo matches the exact traits the recruitment team have been prioritising. Transfer insider Pete O'Rourke has revealed that Kubo will not come cheap. Real Sociedad are pointing to a release clause of around £52 million, and they're expected to stand firm on that number. For Tottenham, this means one thing. If they want him, they'll need to step up with a decisive offer. Arsenal and other European clubs have been monitoring the situation as well, but Spurs have been the most consistent admirers in recent months. O'Rourke stressed how highly Kubo is regarded across the continent, noting that Tottenham, Liverpool and Aston Villa have tracked him for multiple windows. The presence of a release clause simplifies the process. No lengthy negotiations, no complicated add-ons. Spurs simply have to trigger it. Whether they choose to commit that level of investment remains the key question. But Kubo brings more than just quality on the pitch. His versatility is a manager's dream. He can play wide on either flank or tuck inside and operate centrally, offering creativity and balance in multiple systems. For Tottenham, who have struggled with injuries and inconsistent form in attacking areas, a player capable of operating across several roles would be invaluable. There is also the commercial angle. Since the arrival of Heung-min Son, Tottenham have built a massive following across Asia. Son's global pull has created huge revenue streams, and the club knows that pairing him with Japan's biggest attacking star would turbocharge their reach even further. Kubo would not only strengthen Tottenham on the pitch, he would expand the club's footprint in one of the most influential markets in world football. Convincing the player himself is unlikely to prove difficult. The Premier League appeals to Kubo. The challenge excites him, and Tottenham offer the level of visibility and competitive environment he craves. Everything now hinges on whether Spurs are willing to meet the fee and move ahead of the competition. If they choose to act, this could become one of the defining deals of the January window. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!